Welcome back to the Imperial Nobility run. This is just a quick intro to say that we have now, and by we I mean me, for Game 2 I've actually fixed the coloring and the naming of everyone. We are playing with an ogre, a thrower, one blitzer, because the other one is missed, next, 4 bodyguards, and 4 linemen, one of them being a journeyman. We have 2 rerolls and 2 dedicated fans. We are up against a pretty odd Skaven build. They have the Rat Ogre, they have 2 Blitzers, 2 Gutter Runners, and that's it. They don't have an Apo. They have Clan Rats to fill out the rest of the slots, up to 11, and then they're sitting on 4 rerolls. That's a lot of rerolls. I don't know if that's a good strategy. I doubt it. But then again, Gutter Runners are one of those pieces that can quite easily score a one-turn touchdown, but you probably need rerolls for that. So maybe this team is spec'd for that. Anyways, here's the game. I doubt they'll come as cosmetics, because cosmetics you can apply without... Like, cosmetics don't care about the skill on a player. It only cares about the type of player to apply it. But it would be cool to put claw on stuff. It would be really hard to put monstrous mouth on all of these. And all of the other like weird ones. And it's also, again, I think we talked about this several times when it comes up. The thing I don't understand about this type of conversation is I think we're all in agreement that it's really cool to have, like, visual mutations on players. But now, since the rule change, and it's not a rule specifically for mutations, why are people so keen specifically on mutations, but don't seem to care that much about other types? Like, there's no... If you're coming from the position of I want mutations, they're cool. Why specifically mutations? Why not have the same... Because you could have the same argument for plus movement, for block, for juggernaut, for, like, stand firm. Why specifically mutations? Okay, there's a treacherous trapdoor.
cKnoor Hadwick.
Indeed. Howdy, Andreas Lind. You know you're here, right? And welcome back, subscribers. Aww, boo. That was a really bad first turn for us. But I will have to say, I really like our blue color scheme. I think it looks really good. They've not... Shira, mutations have specifically not been implemented. I don't understand what you're saying. In Blood Bowl 2? Yes, and in the old rule set, but on the new rule set, what are you... Again, I don't understand what you're saying. We just talked about... I just talked about the rules. Right? No, they changed to the rules so that you do not... You no longer have to have visible mutations. Because the rule set specifically said previously that they had to be visible. That's the difference. It doesn't anymore. Because I think someone at Games Workshop, when they wrote the new rule set, was like, hang on, how are we supposed to put some of these things on our models? It doesn't make any sense. So they stopped. Okay, that's really bad, but I can't reroll that. Like, again, I think we're all for more visible stuff on the models. I'm just trying to understand why people are specifically so hard on for mutations rather than, you know, all skills. Does that make sense? And I still haven't heard, like, I still haven't heard anyone come up with a good reason for why. When was it that mutations had to be presented? I don't know if it was in Blood Bowl 2016, but it was prior to that. When I started playing tabletop, mutations had to be visible on the models. No, but BB Jog, I do not accept that. You cannot claim something in Blood Bowl 2, in Blood Bowl 3, because with that argument, I could then claim that, oh, you know, hats were visible in, or whatever, like, players got better armor when they leveled up in Blood Bowl 1, so that should be available. Like, it's a non-starter of an argument for me, and I think it's a non-starter of an argument for pretty much, like, it should be. I genuinely don't think it's a fair argument, and I don't think it's coming from either people aren't really thinking about what they say when they say that, or they're not actually acting in good faith. Both of those are not okay by my standards. So that is, yeah, I think that's all that really needs to be said. This is real bad, but let's try it. Oh, got it. Nice. And again, not against it. I'm just not understanding why people are specifically talking about mutations. No, it's not. Like, I'm not being obtuse. I'm like, specifically why mutations? You cannot argue about, like, for previous reasons. That's like, it's not in the rules anymore. You need to have an extra reason outside of, and this is, here's the thing. Specifically, mutations, as opposed to mutations and every other type of skill. Or trait, for that matter. That's the thing. That's what I'm talking about. I think we're all in agreement that mutations are really cool. We want to have as cool models as possible. But people have, for some reason, a hard-on specifically for mutations rather than, like, all the other skills and traits. And I want to know specifically why that is. No, I don't. I don't like the reason because no one has given me an actual reason. And I deserve a reason, gosh darn it. Okay, let's see. How do we best do this? This is not, well, yeah, this is a horrible start, but I wasn't really expecting anything other than that. Okay, let's see what we can do. Especially because it's both of these guys. I can do a 1 die here. And I might have to. I think I do. Ooh. That's solid. That's not. Neither is that. That's pretty good.
Wow, 69 months. Nice. Also, what did one plate say to the other? Tonight dinner is on me.
Thanks, Koala Fox. Welcome back, subscribers. Sorry, I missed some of the conversation. Let me just make sure I haven't fucked up anything extra over here. We're in a rough spot. No, Shira, I did. Again, you're okay, so. Again, we're talking about two different things. I'm specifically asking, why are people talking about, I really want mutations, rather than, I really want all skills to be visible on the player model. Because when it comes to mutations versus generals versus strength versus passing, there is no difference in the rules outside of the name. They do, from a rules perspective, they do exactly the same thing. Yeah, no, I agree. I want all of it to be visible. But that's... I've never heard anyone make that argument outside of me. And I think that's the rule of cool that Shira is talking about. It would be really cool, but okay. Let's see. How do I want to do this? At some point I need to take that hit, but okay. I think I'll... Do I have to take... I guess I... Yeah, I guess I do take this Blitz. I don't like this, but it's the best I got at the moment. Here we go. I will try and reroll this. Yeah, we didn't get it. I didn't think we would. Lord Deluxe says, I think at least subconscious decided to regain what was taken away. People generally don't like having something than not having it. Yeah, I like, again, I think that's fair, but that doesn't... Wanting something to be... wanting something... That doesn't explain why there's, like, this disconnect between asking for something more than just mutations, right? Because this was an issue in Blood Bowl 1 as well, when Blood Bowl 2 came out. So, is it just you guys think that because people aren't expecting it, so thus they're not going for it? What is it? That's real shit for us. But being down... Yeah, now we're gonna lose the ball here, unfortunately. It is what it is. Oh, they got it. But yeah, I think my point still stands. I think it's like. Not asking for more than mutations is a mistake. You should ask for it. And I wish people did, but they don't. Okay, let's see. How do we... this is... Well, they ran back, so... Okay, good. Oh, very good. I cannot chase after that, so I'm not going to try here. I think we'll do it here, though. And then we'll put this here. We'll stay put here, because at least it kind of covers this. Not really, but at least a bit. No, I'd rather want to do this. Okay, couldn't get it, so that's fine. We'll follow. Then we'll try again. And couldn't get it, but that's fine. We will follow here as well. How do you... I have no idea, Fangas. That's my other point. Like, that's why the whole... that's why the whole, like, mutation specifically discussion's weird. Because not most of them, but a lot of those mutations would not be visible on a player model of this scale anyways, from this perspective, right? But from a here's what we want cosmetics-wise position, there's no inherent difference between, sidestep or what's the big mouth, monstrous mouth, right? They all really do the same thing. Okay. Oh, this is really spooky. Well, it's not spooky, but I need to blitz with the ogre, I think. Yeah, I do. I do, because then I can pick it up with this guy and pass to here. And I think that's my one chance of actually getting out of this mess. Yeah, and we didn't get it. Cool. Let's see where we're at. Oh, okay. That's a 4+ with a reroll. I think that's the best I can do. Yeah, because even if I go here, right, it's... Yeah, that would leave this. So it's what? It's 3 up. Yeah, it wouldn't work. Okay, here we go. Holy shit. Okay, we will start by going over here, and then we will look and see if anyone can make it over there. You kinda can. You can't. You can. You can. You can't. You can't. You can't. Well. I have to just... I think I actually have to score here. I do. Well... Yeah. I mean, I would not mind cherry picking all of the skills that are easy to put on a model, but it is a lot of work. Because remember, you have to. It's it needs to conform to this system of cosmetics, and then we got them back. We got them back, and then we also need them to. Is this what I want to do? Yes, I think it's what I have to do, right? Because I... Yep. So, we're giving them 2 turns, which is 1 more turn than they need. But they're out of rerolls, and I think I'd rather have them, like, roll in this situation than in the situation over here, right? Where they could have... It would have essentially been, oh, they get to hit me a bunch more, and then they get to run and stand next to my bodyguard. And I don't want that. I'm very happy that I could random in all my bodyguards. Now, is there anything in particular that they want? The number of players are not much more than Blubble 2. I don't think that's true, is it? Because remember, like, you have to add these skills to, like, everyone now. For the most part, right? Okay, let's see here. Let's put you here. And 1 more. which I think has to be here. Or not. You can't, nobody home, you can't really compare those two averages just on a Steam chart. You can probably do it in like, I wonder if Sully Gnome not Sully Gnome, Goblin Spy tracks games played per day. That will probably give you a, comparison that makes sense, right? And let's just recap why, from my perspective, why like Steam charts isn't relevant. I'm not saying your numbers are Steam charts, just that the ones I've seen previously are. Blood Bowl 3 doesn't have the same single player experience that Blood Bowl 2 has, and we don't necessarily know how many people are playing single player at the moment. Blood Bowl 3 is also available on Epic, and while obviously there's not as many people playing on Epic, it means that there's a difference in ownership reach, which makes Steam charts more easy to dismiss. And we don't know console numbers, but we had like Blood Bowl 2 was available on console as well, right? So in theory, I guess you could compare those. But it's also, and also at the end of the day, because Blood Bowl 2 is an older game, there's a lot more people that own Blood Bowl 2 that haven't yet bought Blood Bowl 3 for a bunch of different reasons. That was lucky. There's what are you doing? Ooh, okay, let's see here. I can get to here. So I want to get to there. And then I have to go through this trapdoor, I think. So let's do some things over here first to kind of... Oh, well, I'm an idiot. I missed that dude. Hi, Thursday. Hi. Okay, let's just get this on a 1. Yeah. So. Here we go. Okay. Cool. Well, at least we didn't roll once here. No, I don't think so. I don't think the Blood Bowl 3 community would be mad at me for putting a Smurf account at the top. But I did check with Cyanide beforehand if they were okay with me doing it. And they were. Fall low. Fall no. I mean, I didn't get much. Here's the thing. I don't think I would have gotten my because this is something I hadn't really properly like thought about before it kind of happened. Actually, that's the thing I wanted to check. Yeah, so we'll do that. Because I didn't expect there to be like a benefit to smurfing, but apparently, like, you can just make a new coach account, even on, like, when I started out, I was under the impression that your coach account was like tied to your Steam account, but you can have several. So Cyanide probably realized they can't really stop anyone from doing it. It's more a case of, is it worth doing? And going into this, I was like, I don't think it's worth doing this because you have to start in bronze all the time, which isn't, you know, great. But now that I played through it, wait, did they get? Yeah, they're getting fucking KO'd again. Just, and now I'm gonna be down too. Well, okay. So it's, I think it's 10v10 now. Is it favorable to start in bronze and have like easy matchups? Possibly. I think it depends on the team you're playing, honestly. Where legal, no, legal concedes don't give you a timeout. Who told you that? Or it shouldn't. Yeah, no, it's like it's literally, I think, the best run I've ever had in Blood Bowl. Yeah, I had the old thing with like last season. I had the old thing where what am I trying to say? Words are hard. Where the pop-up was for both you and your opponent. You guys remember that? When you had like you had a legal concede and the pop-up showed up for both. That shouldn't be the case anymore, but outside of that, I don't know. I haven't heard that there was supposed to be any other issues with that, but maybe there were. And also, you don't get like your first concede doesn't give you any negative modifiers, right? Let's see. You just want to be able to report someone for not letting me take my legal pause to go feed my cat and give her a medicine? Yeah. Do you think a seasonal concede limit would be a good thing? The problem is that I think the seasons are too long. I think the system works better the way it does now than it did before. But that's under the assumption, of course, that there aren't any bugs that I'm not aware about. there's also like, the thing is, sometimes it's fine to concede, right? I think it's more a case of like, are there coaches that like concede too much too often? Probably, especially if they want to win more. And then the question becomes, okay, like, what are we supposed to do? Is it important to stop that, or is that, you know, is that fine because it just gives wins away to coaches that stick around? And I'm not sure I have a good answer to that. But is it frustrating when you come up against like bashy teams and then their poor small their tiny pixels die and they get cranky and concede early, and you're like, I just want to murder them, but you're not allowed to? Yes, that's very annoying. Okay, so let's get some stuff down here. No, I'd want to... So let's see if we can get this. Ooh. Okay, that means you go here, right? Yep. He just caught it. Give the double MVP back. I think it was my get. Well, I don't actually remember what's actually in the rule book. But yeah, so this is one of those cases, right, where I stole the ball. My opponent's rat ogre is out. It's unlikely that they win this, right? We can all kind of like see that, and we're all aware of that. It sucks for me, in the sense that I don't get... I just want to get more XP so I can unlock my blood pass. But at the same time, it's one of those where it's like... I mean, I get... Yeah, fine, I guess. I can understand where my opponent's coming from here, right? It doesn't distinguish between the legal concession and the other concession? But how many concedes did you have in a row then? Because, like... That only kicks in, right, if you concede the previous, like, 2 in a row, right? Okay, so I guess this is the other problem with people conceding, right? In a way, I now have a lot more money, which is great for me and bad for everyone else that is trying to play around here. So SPP, nice. Okay, okay, cool. Yeah. What are you guys? There are, yeah. No, the concede rules are not implemented according to the rule book, but that's I'm not surprised by that, and it's hard. I think that's a hard thing to implement in a good way as well, right? And I base that on the fact that, like, what information this system gives you. Like, it's hard if you don't know how concedes work in the rulebook, and we don't have access to the rulebook in this game. I'm pointing to my monitor. So conceding out of frustration, and then after that realizing that, like, your best 3 dudes have left the team is probably, like, too much feel bad for people to be comfortable with. It would be my guess as to why it's not, like, implemented. And then I'm also, well, I'm guessing, I don't know, but my assumption would be that there are more concedes early in the game rather than late in the game. You got a lovely raid from Mr. Blitzkrieg. Thank you so much. I don't think that's an equal feel bad. Under the assumption that you don't know how it works, I don't think that's an equal feel bad. Orc cheerleaders. But that's just, like, that's speculation on my part. Like, I don't have any extra insights into why it's currently the way it is. Right, we're supposed to random air here. Is there anything we don't like? I guess frenzy and shadowing possibly, but everything else here is great. Not bad. We don't have any tackle. Am I gonna make another concede video? I don't think so. Mainly because I don't necessarily think it's, like, that fun. Because they're either, like, people that are conceding, like, way too quickly, or it's, I'm gonna, like, someone, I don't know. They're also harder to, like, edit in a reliable way. Fonru, that is correct, yes. So there are some secondary things together with this as well, right? So the other specific reason, well, first of all, I wanted to have another account because I stream this game on the internet, which means that most people want to see the new team, and the new team this season is Wood Elves, and I'm not really in a position or want to, like, spend 3 weeks grinding this out and then be like, look, now we can do Wood Elf content. So I'm greedy that way. Secondly, I also wanted to see, like, what were the other things that happened if you're actually if you're a new player that comes from like Blood Bowl 2 or Fumble or tabletop, you know how to play Blood Bowl. What's the actual experience like? And how much warp stone do you get out of it? And also, Master Manio, thank you so much, and welcome to subscribers. So that's kind of what I'm trying to gather. Is it a futile gesture that's probably not going to teach us very much at the end of the day? Yes. Is it extra funny that I just fucking ran through the whole ladder and got into top 38 with a human team? Also, yes. Here's a thing I've been thinking about though. Is I wonder how much of the like, because at the start of a season, like I feel like both this team, well, it's only a game and a half, and the humans, but they seem to have an easier time than my Wood Elf team. And I wonder if that's because everyone else is kind of just playing Wood Elves, so they're like, oh, I know how to play against this, but if you come in with something that less people play, there's more of a... Your opponent kind of has to figure out how this actually works.